doing a video today on restoring a headlight. Basically, if you have an oxidized headlight, maybe some light scratching, you're not getting that full effect, the brightness from the headlight, I'm going to show you how to restore it and make it clear, so that way it's safer on the road and you don't have this ugly looking headlight. Some people think they need to go buy a new headlight or a used one, and they don't want to spend $75 to $250 for a used one, or more than that from the dealer new, when you can, easily just polish it up yourself and have it last, for a while. The method I'm going to be doing is using these compounds here, and most of it, as you can see, is Meguiars. That's my go-to brand on stuff. I'll be using a Milwaukee buffer that I got. Now, you don't have to do this. You can do it by hand, or you can go buy a drill with an attachment that you can stick something like this in, and you can throw that on a drill and it'll do the same thing. You can go to a Home Depot or a Harbor Freight or something and pick up some sanding discs to wet sand. I am going to be doing a few stages of the wet sanding, starting at 800 grit and going up to 3000. That's the first initial step, is a wet sand, and then buffing it with these two compounds, and this will be my final step, which is going to seal it, which this will make the headlight clear for at least a year. Now, if you're in a place that gets a lot of sun, this will probably last a year, but maybe go a little sooner, just because the UV rays hitting off of it, that's what causes the oxidation. So let me get into it. So first things first, I'm grabbing my gun, throwing that 800 on there. I got a transition strip that I get from this place called Industrial Finishes here in town. You might be able to find them online also. Some of this stuff I'll have links down below that you can click on and get it. I buy it on Amazon. Some things you can't find on there, but there might be some comparable things you can get. But we're going to start off with just a wet sand. You're going to coat it with some water, obviously. Take the 800. I mean, like I said, if you don't have this gun, you get a sanding block you can do by hand, but you don't want to overdo it, and you always want to make sure the headlight has water on it, or else you're going to scratch the lens. And basically what this is doing is it's going to clear a lot of these fine scratches and get off some of the haze. And as we go down or up in grit all the way up to 3000, it's eventually going to start becoming clearer. I do this here at work when I sell lights to the customers. I sell headlights to customers that buy them. We sell them to insurance companies. These are used headlights, because you can get them for a fraction of the price of the dealer. And what I do is I clean them up for every customer that comes through the door. The insurance companies, the body shops, throw a clear on them, and they're happy with them. Sometimes they'll bring the other side back to me to do. Now, not everyone's going to have the headlight out, obviously, like I have here. But you can do it on your car just as easy, with some masking tape around your bumper, fender, hood. That way you don't, mess up anything when you're wet sanding it. Next, I'm gonna go with 1000 grit, 1000, and I'm using 3M sanding disc. You don't have to. Like I said, you can go a cheaper option. This is just what I prefer here. It's worked for me, and we're gonna keep going in these stages here. Some people might say, hey, he's not doing it right. You got better ways. That's fine. Any other tips are helpful. I welcome criticism. anything that helps me do a better job at stuff, I welcome that. If anyone has any input, just, you know, comment down below. Now I just did 1,000, and you don't have to, you know, you don't have to really get into it. It's just kind of a light sand. You'll see it kind of start hazing up, but it's all gonna look basically the same. And once you get to the polish, this is all gonna basically clear out of there. Now I move on from the 1,000. Some people could want to do 1,500. That's fine. I go straight to 2,000, and again, it's 3M. Keep going with the water. You always want to make sure it doesn't dry out. You always want to keep the water on there. If it dries out, that's, like I said, that's not good. Now we're getting down to the 3,000 grit. And usually once you go with the 3,000, that's when it'll start looking real clear, and you'll notice an improvement, but you're not done yet. I'll do a 3,000 a few times just to get the finer stuff out of it, get these fine scratches and whatnot out of it. This headlight is being sold for an insurance job. So usually for insurance companies, they want the headlight to be near perfect looking, or else they'll reject it. So what I'll do on this stage is I'll basically do it a couple times with the 3,000, wipe it down to see if I need to do a little bit more. But as you can see, it's somewhat clearing up. The oxidation is gone off of it. And this is a fit headlight, in case some people wanted to know. They make this weird deal where they basically match your body color inside the headlight. Don't know why, but you can only sell it for that certain car unless you take it apart. So it doesn't look too bad right there. I'm going to hit it one more time with the 3,000. Like I said, it's really up to you how you want to do it. I'm just offering my take on how I do stuff. And like I said, I do this for insurance and customers all the time. After that's done, it's real quick. It doesn't take too long. Wipe it down. I'm not seeing any fine scratches. It's all looking pretty good to me. Get all that water off as best you can. And it's clearing up a little bit, but it's not done yet. Now I come with the Meguiars plastics. This stuff works really good. It's basically my compound. I'll throw a little bit on there. I like to rub it in before I hit it with the gun. Rub that all in there nice and good. I got two pads. I got a firmer pad that I like to use with this compound, and I have a softer one that I use with the other lighter compound that I use. Now my gun has 2 speeds. That's number 2 settings for the wet sand. We're going 1 for the buff. The buff on it, you can see that it's starting to clear up, looking better already. We're still not done yet. I'll come around with the clear plastic polish. Now this stuff I haven't been able to find on Amazon. You could probably use a comparable brand of clear plastic polish. This is just lighter. It's not as thick as the compound. I like using this because I feel like it gives it more of a shine and cleans stuff up more. Just really a light liquid, and it's Meguiars also, but like I said, I haven't been able to find it on Amazon. We go to a place here in town that carries it. It's all, this stuff's inexpensive. Besides the gun, everything is pretty inexpensive. It's good maybe to purchase it if you want to keep up on the headlights. You're going to keep the car for a while, and do this maybe once a year just to keep them looking good. It's kind of worth it. It's not too much. I think for all the products I got, I might have paid 30 bucks for everything, and you can go buy one of those one-shot headlight kits for about that price, and it doesn't stay clear like they're supposed to. So now I'm hitting it with a softer pad. It's just softer. Cleaned up pretty good. It's a lot cleaner there. You can see what it looks like now. Take my little towel here, kind of wipe off. If there's a little bit extra on there, wipe it off, because this last step is going to be basically the UV coating, and this is what's going to protect it for up to a year. Now this I got on Amazon, not available on Prime because it has to get shipped special because it's a chemical, but it's a headlight coating, and right here it says, you know, it keeps headlights clear for 1 year. All my customers are pretty happy with it when I do it. You do this in 2 coats. I'll only be showing you 1 coat here, but you do it in 2. You'll spray this on, let it sit about a minute, and then you'll hit it again, and then basically it's dry to touch in a minute, and takes about 24 hours, I believe, to cure. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to spray this on and let you guys see it when it's done. And when you spray it, you just want to go in a fine layering type of way. You don't want to sit there and just shoot at one spot and let it build up. It's got to be evenly coated, just kind of like you're painting a car, if somebody has ever done that, or anybody has. That's basically, it's just a fanning motion. So basically you'll hit it with that, and that's the UV coating. You can see the headlights nice and clear, new looking. And that's basically all it takes to polish a headlight. I did it in real time, 15 minutes, and that's me explaining it. You'll get quicker as you do more and more if that's what you want to do. I usually get them done pretty quick, depending on how bad they are. Sometimes you'll have them really oxidized. You can get most of it out, but not all of it will come out. I've seen some where it's oxidized inside the lens, which is crazy. But I just wanted to give a quick tutorial. This is basically how I do it, and I do them every day for insurance companies. This hopefully will save some people some money. Like I said, if there's any criticism or any tips people want to give me, go ahead, put them in the comments down below. I'll be happy to acknowledge those. If you guys have any questions on anything I did, just go ahead, message me or comment down below. Again, I'll put the links for this stuff in or the description of where I got the stuff down below. That way, if you guys wanted to buy this stuff, you can. Maybe not this, but if you want to buy that Milwaukee little buffer gun, you can. But thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you.